up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's always a huge thanks for coming back. We really appreciate you. So today, I don't know if you can tell, but I am extra excited because we are working, well, for once, on one of my projects, which hasn't been a lot lately. And two, we're working on my crew cab shore bed that we've had sitting in our parking lot for over a year at this point. We bought this truck as a non-runner, but the truck is absolutely just cherry, it's mint, and we desperately want to get this thing back on the road, which is why we're working on this thing. Now me, I'm not that great of a mechanic. Luckily my buddy Justin here, at least better than me.
True mechanic, okay.
So we're gonna try and get this truck running. So usually when an engine is not starting, there's a process, you know, there's a whole bunch of things you want to check, but this truck came to us without a distributor. So we gotta at least start there, put the distributor on, and then if it still doesn't start, we'll go ahead and start checking everything else to see what could be keeping this truck from running. So let's go ahead, we'll let Justin take over and he'll let us know kind of the process of what installing that distributor and putting it on the correct timing is, hopefully.
Okay, so obviously before putting the distributor in, we should probably try and find top dead center, which anybody who's a bit of a redneck mechanic knows. You just use a screwdriver or a piece of wire. But Joel has this fancy camera by a company, Teslong. So we're just going to take a look inside the cylinder while we look for it. But you can get a good view of the inside, which it looks pretty clean. There's still some, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but still cross hatching in the cylinder walls. So pretty promising at first glance.
What I'm gonna do down here is I'm gonna turn the engine over by hand until Justin tells me that it's top dead center. Hopefully it spins. If it doesn't, then that's a pretty bad sign.
A little bit more, a little bit, a little bit. That's probably it.
Does it matter if it's on top dead center on the exhaust or the intake?
So that's what we're gonna find out. It should be on the intake stroke, and obviously if it's on the exhaust, it's gonna not run very good if it fires. Yeah, left him a nice sock.
We've got nothing but the best Duralast Gold distributor. Ever see something that nice?
It's the gold standard. That should be the wrong one.
Don't put that negative energy around here, man.
So a little bit of little grease to this O-ring so we don't go in dry.
Yeah, you never want to put it in dry.
Lubrication, kids.
Now I should say that this is actually a pretty rare engine in this truck, and not because it's a 460, obviously they're a dime a dozen. But this thing is, I believe, mass airflow. Most of these trucks, the 460s, the 5.8s, the 5.0s, I believe came with air density. And this truck, again, like I said, has mass airflow. I could be wrong about that. I'm also not very familiar. But I do know, thanks to one of you guys letting me know that this was actually a pretty rare option. I believe it might have been like only a California option or something like that for like the last year or two of these trucks. So cool, I guess. I mean, I don't know if there's, I think it's easier to tune mass airflow, right, over air density.
Yeah, I think it would be an easier upgradable system.
Yeah.
You still recording? You guys need to hound this guy to fix his own stuff. Tell him to stop working on everybody else's. It didn't look like there's any sort of key to it, but I don't. Apparently it's happier going one way than it is the other way.
Should we YouTube it?
Let us know in the comments. It was sticking on something, but
yeah. So now you're just gonna transfer the
wires.
The wires, yeah?
Yeah.
One by one?
Yeah, because I don't like to look things up. So I might as well do what's here and trust that whoever had this truck first
Maybe that's why it wasn't running.
left it the right way. Yeah, it could be. We're fixing to find out. Hopefully, I still got to put the keeper in. We'll plug that in.
So what do you think? Is it gonna start? What do you give it?
I hope so.
96% chance that it's gonna start.
Pulled
First try.
the spark plug out, and it's a little dirty.
It doesn't look great. It looks like it's from 1997.
Yeah, it's probably the original. Put the spark plug back in and we can give it a tap and see what happens.
Tapping? I think it has more than enough oil. Use this sock right here too.
It's just like when I was working on my truck in here. Mr. Professional himself, Joel, was telling me to torque all my bolts. Did I?
Yeah.
No.
If anyone saw that video and saw him not torque bolts,
He told me.
it's his truck. I told him to torque them.
I told him it's my truck. I do what I want.
Yeah.
And I have a highly calibrated Ooga Dooga hand.
It has more than enough oil. We're a couple quarts past, I think, the full. We're gonna hear this 460 roar to life.
I hope that it just fires off. It's gonna be sick.
Should we get some brake clean?
I would just try to crank it first before actually trying to get it to fire. Let's see. Let's just make sure it turns over happily sounding.
Why does not even do anything over there?
Do you have to hit the boost button?
Huh?
Do you have to hit the boost button or no? Oh yeah.
America. I just want to hear that 460. Because as much as I love the 7.3.
Oh yeah, there's fuel in there, dude.
Yeah? So what, should we...
It doesn't smell very good, but...
This thing had been sitting for a few years before the guy sold it to me. And like I said, we've had it sitting for a year outside. Like, almost down to the day.
I would just crank it over a little bit longer and just see.
I think we should probably switch out the batteries because that thing's going to keep freaking out.
Quality.
First, let's see if the window works.
Which, you know, I do have extra door panels there. Do the back windows work though? Typical. Crank's good.
Yeah. They're just not even trying.
I would say let me pull this #1 spark plug back out. I'll plug it in and we'll hold it against something safely so I don't get shocked. See if we're getting stuck. So if we're not getting that, we're not going to go very far with this.
Talking about actual YouTubers, maybe we're missing the saying, how about now?
True.
That seems to
Do
always
that
work.
do that on the next one.
Yeah. How about now? But you gotta say it and then I gotta crank.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
There's the spark. There can be a lot more variables with the newer engine as far as sensors and stuff goes. Because I mean, we could have everything and could find out that the crank position sensor is bad or something. We don't have any indication that it's actually firing any fuel, so we can still have a fuel problem. So check this, and then yeah, I can spray some brake clean in and see if it at least.
If it'll run on that, it means that it's a fuel-related issue, right?
Yeah.
Or it looks dirty.
Well, it's can-in though, dude. Don't throw it away. Washable. It is pretty dirty though.
Yeah. Leave it out for now.
Just not helping its case.
I
That's the color it's supposed to be. And it's black.
Supposed to be lighter than the color.
Yeah, I'd say it's
180 off.
about top dead center on the intake.
It's running. Not happy. She was not happy.
But she fired.
Yeah, that's something. Huh.
Heck yeah.
Well, now what?
That's a good question. I mean, it started with brake clean, but it stayed running for longer, so maybe, I mean, the fuel pump could be bad, but starting is a good start.
Yeah.
Now we can
Start plugging shit back in?
It probably needs spark plugs.
Yeah.
Would be a good start because we pulled the one out and it's a little crusty.
Crap, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely fuel, huh?
Yeah,
Sensor didn't plug back in.
Unplug that again, try it again, see.
What does that mean?
So that's bad then.
Yeah. So I think we gotta find one of these bad boys.
Yeah.
I wonder how.
So, just so everybody knows, we unplugged the air sensor and it's firing up, but it will not fire up with that on. So that's got to be bad.
And I can almost guarantee we're not gonna find one of these easily, since this is a rare model.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like Napa has parts for everything. We'll just have to give them a call.
Yeah.
But she runs.
She runs. Yeah, that's exciting. And I mean, other than the engine does not look happy, it doesn't sound that bad.
Yeah.
It's probably
no knocks, nothing like
Yeah.
that. So just needs some fine tuning now, but at least we know it runs.
Yeah. And I mean, part of the reason that it shakes so bad is because the sensors unplugged and probably spark plugs are crap and
It just doesn't know what to do with itself.
Yeah.
But
Well,
we did it.
yeah.
It blew some crap out of the exhaust pipe, but we'll worry about that later. There's probably just a mouse in there or something.
Okay, guys. So since we did get this thing running, we went out and we bought some new parts to try and get it running right, smoothly. So we got a new mass airflow sensor for this thing, new filter, and new spark plugs, and hopefully that will get this thing running and running smooth, which is
I don't think that's helping out any.
yeah. So we're hoping that with all these new parts, we'll get this bad boy running right. So we're gonna go ahead, swap all this out, and try this thing again, and hopefully we can get it running smooth, because I really want to start driving this thing. And you know that if we can get this thing driving smooth and running right, we'll go ahead and do our axle swap and everything else to this truck, because I really want to start daily driving this thing.
You can't leave nothing alone.
Nope.
Got to have it look cool.
Can't be stock. Can't be stock. Dang it.
Let's wiggle the cables a little bit.
All right.
How about now?
How about now? Should I unplug that sensor again?
You try it. Seems weird though.
Yeah, it definitely does. All right.
That battery is just junk.
Yeah. Do it again. Okay, so we've got it idling now. But whenever we plug in the mass airflow, it'll die. And it's still really rough.
But it runs. Sort of.
I don't know. I might ask ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Let's see what it says.
We need some help. But the oil pressure's good.
Yeah.
It's already building a little bit of temperature.
I mean, other than that misfire, whatever's making it shake that bad, it seems healthy. Like, it sounds healthy, right?
See if it goes into gear.
Park it.
It's going into gear.
Huh?
You gotta disconnect the battery cables and we can move it.
Yeah.
It smells horrendous.
Moving. Okay guys, so that was super exciting. We messed with this truck for a couple hours and we were able to get it running, which I'm stoked about. We absolutely love this truck. We bought it non-running, but we bought it because it's, as you can see, there's not a single dent or anything. The only unfortunate damage is the paint is completely peeling off the roof of this thing, which should be able to paint it again. I might actually give it a try at painting the roof on this truck. I'm not sure yet. But the main thing is that we got the engine running and we were able to park it under its own power back in this spot. Unfortunately, the battery on the phone died, so I wasn't able to get the whole thing parking. It runs, it sounds amazing, it's just really rough. So we gotta figure out exactly what's wrong with it. I know for a fact that the timing is way off on that thing. So that's gonna be one of the first things that we gotta address, get it on time and properly, and then just, you know, make sure it's got good fuel pressure, everything else. But man, I am so excited. I love this truck. I'm trying to get rid of my daily, which is this little car over here, which I love too. But I think this would be way more on brand as a daily. So that's gonna be the goal, to get this thing back on the road, running and driving good. If we can do that, it's for sure getting an axle swap. So what we're thinking is axle swap, about a 2-inch lift and 35s, nothing too aggressive, just something that looks nice and classy. And then I really want to build the engine on this thing. So I'm not sure how far I want to go into it or what direction. I'm thinking maybe turbos, maybe not, I'm not sure. But we definitely want to make this thing, you know, make some power, because I don't know if I've told you this. I know that I've told you guys this before, but I love 460s. You know, big block. So definitely excited about that. And if there's anything that you guys saw that was obvious that we missed, neither one of us is really mechanics. Justin just happens to be a little bit better than I am, probably quite a bit better than I am. But again, we might have missed something. So if there's anything that you guys suggest for us to check to be able to get this thing running, let us know for sure, because we are both very invested and very excited to see this thing back on the road. So again, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, leave any comments. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you for the next one.